Overgiving doesn't make people love you more. It actually makes them respect you less. Welcome to day 16. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today we're talking about a hard truth that many women need to hear. Giving too much, too soon, or too often destroys connection instead of building it. This is going to challenge some beliefs you might have about love, relationships, and what it means to be a good person. But if you're tired of feeling drained, unappreciated, or taken for granted, this conversation will change everything for you. Let's start by understanding what overgiving really is, because it's not actually about generosity. Overgiving is often rooted in fear of abandonment. You give excessively because you're afraid that if you don't, people will leave. It's fear of disappointing others. You say yes to everything because you can't bear the thought of someone being upset with you. It's trying to earn love. You believe that your worth is tied to what you can do for others, so you constantly prove your value through giving. It's trying to prevent rejection. That's what it is. You think that if you give enough, do enough, be enough for others, they'll have no reason to reject you. But here's what's important to understand: this isn't rooted in generosity, it's rooted in scarcity. True generosity comes from abundance, from having so much love, energy, and resources that you naturally want to share. It comes from choice, not compulsion. Overgiving comes from scarcity, from believing that you're not enough as you are, so you have to compensate by doing more, giving more, and being more. And people can feel the difference. They can sense when your giving comes from fear versus when it comes from genuine abundance. So, why does overgiving actually push people away instead of drawing them closer? There are four main reasons. One is that it creates imbalance when you're constantly giving, doing 80% while they do 20%. You can create an unhealthy dynamic that way. Healthy relationships require reciprocity. It's not always perfect 50-50 all the time, but a general sense that both people are contributing, both people are invested, both people are showing up. When you overgive, you rob the other person of the opportunity to give back. And when people can't contribute to a relationship, they start to feel either useless, guilty, or resentful. Number two, it feels like pressure when you give too much too soon. It doesn't feel like a gift, it feels like pressure. The other person starts to feel obligated to reciprocate, and they're not always ready or at that level. They feel like they owe you something, and obligation kills desire. Think about it. When someone does something huge for you that you didn't ask for, how does it make you feel? Grateful, yes, but also a little uncomfortable, right? Like now you have a debt you didn't sign up for. That's what overgiving does. It creates emotional debt that the other person actually never agreed to. Number three, it removes mystery and receptivity. When you're constantly giving, doing, fixing, and solving, you're overfunctioning. You're leaving no space for the other person to contribute, to pursue, or to step up. This is especially important in romantic relationships. When you do everything for a man, plan the dates, initiate the conversation, solve all the problems, you remove his opportunity to be masculine in the relationship. You become the giver and make him the receiver, which reverses the natural polarity that creates attraction and connection. Number four, it signals low self-worth. Here's the hardest truth. Overgiving signals to others that you don't value yourself. When you consistently put everyone else's needs before your own, when you say yes to everything, even when you're exhausted, when you give more than you receive, you're communicating that you don't think you deserve better. And healthy people want to partner with someone who values themselves. They want to be with someone who has standards, who has boundaries, and self respect. When you overgive, you're essentially saying, I don't think I'm worth much, so I'll compensate by doing everything for you. And that's not attractive, it's actually concerning. So, how do you break this pattern? Here are four practical strategies. Pause before saying yes. When someone asks you for something, don't respond immediately. Say, let me check my schedule and get back to you, or let me think about that. This gives you the time to consider whether you actually want to do it or not, or if you're just saying yes out of an instinct or a habit. Let people earn closeness. Don't give relationship level investment to people who are giving you acquaintance level effort. Match the energy and investment you're receiving. Don't overextend. If someone texts you once a week, don't text them every day. If someone makes plans with you once a month, don't be available every weekend. Reciprocate at their level, not above it. Replace "I'll do it" with "let me think about that." This is key. This simple phrase gives you space to consider whether you want to help or if you're just in automatic respond mode. Here's what you need to understand: learning to stop overgiving isn't about becoming selfish or cold. It's about healing the part of you that believes you have to earn love. You don't have to earn love through exhaustion. You don't have to prove your worth through constant service that's not reciprocated. You don't have to buy people's affection with your energy. You're worthy of love, respect, and reciprocity simply because you exist. When you start operating from this truth, your relationships will transform. You attract people who genuinely want to give to you, not just those who want to receive from you. You create space for healthy reciprocity. You model self respect, which inspires others to actually respect you too. Listen, giving is beautiful. Yes, it is, but not when it's self abandonment. True generosity comes from overflow, not emptiness. It comes from the choice you make, not the compulsion you feel. It comes from abundance, not scarcity. Start practicing this today. Notice when you're about to overgive and then pause. Ask yourself, am I doing this from love or from fear? Make sure you subscribe for day 17, and we're going to talk about how burnout steals your femininity and how to get it back. Tell me in the comments, where in your life have you been overgiving? What's one area you want to create more balance? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.